Hello and welcome to assetyogi.com. This is Mukul and in this video I will explain about built-up area, a commonly used term that you come across in real estate. There is a lot of confusion regarding what all areas are covered in built-up area and how it differs from carpet area, super built-up area, plinth area, etc. In this video I will clear all these doubts and also give you a few tips on how to conduct your due diligence while buying your house. So make sure that you watch till the end and not miss on these useful tips. Alright, let's get to it now. To understand built-up area, first we need to understand what is carpet area. Carpet area. If you have a look at this illustration, all the area marked in green is the carpet area. This whole area, then this bedroom here, balcony, this living room, these two toilets and the kitchen area and this foyer here. So all this area marked in green is the actual usable area where you can lay the carpet. So carpet area is the actual usable area that you get in a house or any other property. Basically, carpet area does not include any of the walls, whether external or internal. For example, these external walls and these internal walls, all these walls are not included in the carpet area. Then any utility ducts or shafts like these shafts, these are also not included in the carpet area. Then these recesses also for windows are also not included in the carpet area. Then again there is one more shaft here. This is also not included in the carpet area. Now that we know what is carpet area, let us try to understand what is built-up area. So in this illustration, built-up area is marked with blue boundary. So you can see this one. So this whole area marked in blue is the built-up area. So simply put, built-up area is the total independent area of the property unit, and that includes carpet area and area of external and internal walls, and it also includes utility ducts and recesses. Now these utility ducts are basically for water and sewage pipelines. Let's call it water sewage pipelines. Then AC ducts, ventilation shafts, then recesses for doors and windows. So all these areas that you see here, these recesses, then shafts and these ducts, all these areas are included in the built-up area, and these external and internal walls, these walls also are included in the built-up area. Now there is another term which is called as covered area or plinth area, and people often confuse built-up area with covered area and plinth area, but there is a small difference between these terms. Covered area and plinth area are the same, but built-up area is not same as covered area or plinth area. And the major difference between these two terms is the cantilevered structures. And what are cantilevered structures? Let's say there is a building here and there is a balcony like this, and this balcony is not supported from the ground and this is supported from the cantilever here. Then such structures are not covered under plinth area or covered area, whereas these structures are covered under built-up area. So basically all the balconies that are cantilevered are covered under built-up area but not covered under covered area or plinth area, because by definition covered area or plinth area is the area under the roof. So I think you have understood the broad difference between built-up area and covered area or plinth area. And then there is another term which is called as super built-up area. And if we have a look at this illustration again, this area marked in yellow comprises of super built-up area. So basically it includes proportionate share of this common area also.
along with the built up area. So this is your common area that is used by all the people in the complex. Therefore, your super built up area is built up area plus proportionate common area. And when we talk about this proportionate common area, we are talking about only the built up common area and not the open common area. For example, your parks, gardens, driveways, these are open common areas and these are not included in the super built up area. And you have to include only the built up common areas. For example, your lobbies, lift shafts like this one, then lobbies, staircases, this common electrical room. So these spaces which are built up and are used by all the people, that are to be included in the common area. I think you have broadly understood what is built up area and what all is included in the built up area, carpet area, super built up area and covered area or plinth area. Now let us see how to calculate these areas. Now to calculate built up area, first you have to calculate the carpet area. And you can calculate carpet area from the layout. Basically, you can add up all these areas. Let's say area of this bedroom, dimensions are given in the layout. So this bedroom, then you can add the balcony, area of the living room, area of these toilets, then area of the kitchen, and these areas are not given. So you can make a rough estimate of these areas, this one and this one. So these two areas are not given, dimensions are not given. So you can make a rough estimate of these two areas. So your carpet area becomes the sum of all areas of rooms, toilets, stores, balconies, lobbies, etc. And in case you don't have the layout with you and you are going for a ready to move property, you can physically measure the dimensions of all rooms and all areas. But please remember that you have to measure the dimensions from wall to wall. So you have to measure wall to wall because these external and internal walls are not included in carpet area. And then you should also make sure that you don't include areas of any utility ducts or shafts and any recesses for windows or doors. So let's say that you measure your carpet area as 1000 square feet. Let us now calculate the built up area. And your built up area is your carpet area plus area of the external and internal walls, plus areas of utility ducts and recesses. And most of the times dimensions of external walls and utility ducts and shafts is not easily available. So in that case you can make a rough estimate of built up area. As a thumb rule, built up area is 10% more than your carpet area. So your built up area is 1.1 times of carpet area. So it becomes 1.1 into 1000 square feet and it becomes 1100 square feet. Similarly, you can calculate the super built up area. And super built up area is your built up area plus proportionate common area. Now suppose your total common area of the complex is 2500 square feet, and let's say there are 10 apartments in the complex, then these 2500 square feet have to be divided amongst 10 apartments. So for each apartment, one apartment common area will be 250 square feet. So this will be your proportionate common area. So your super built up area becomes 1100 square feet of built up area plus 250 square feet of proportionate common area. So this becomes 1350 square feet. Now again, getting this total common area can be difficult sometimes. So in that case, again you can make a rough estimate by adding a loading factor to the carpet area. So your super built up area is carpet area into 1 plus loading factor, and this loading factor is quite variable in industry and it ranges from 15 to 50%. So if you know the loading factor that the builder has used, and if you can ask him, then you can easily calculate the super built up area with this calculation. So suppose the loading factor L is equal to 35%, then your super built up area becomes 1000 square feet into 1 plus 0.35, and it becomes 1350 square feet. And most of the properties are sold on super built up area. So you should know how to arrive at the super built up area. Now let us see where all concept of built up area is used. Basically, the concept of built up area is not generally used when properties are sold. Generally, properties are sold on super built up area. And you should be mainly concerned about carpet area, because that is the real usable area that you are going to get for yourself. So what is the importance of built up area? Built up area is generally used in government departments. For example, your building plan may be approved on the built up area by, let's say, municipal corporation or by the development authority, and then you may also have to follow certain building codes based on the built up area. Then in many jurisdictions, property tax is also calculated on built up area, property tax. Now when you go out to buy a property, you should take care of few things. So let me give you few home buying tips. So when you go out to buy a property, you should always ask the builder what is the loading factor that he is using to calculate the super built up area. I would say generally 25 to 35% loading is reasonable, and if you find that the loading factor used by the builder is more than 35%, then you can probably look at other properties where you are getting much higher carpet area. Then if you are comparing two properties, always calculate the per square feet cost based on carpet area and not on super built up area, because you are mainly concerned about the carpet area, the real usable area that you are going to get, and not the super built up area. Then you should also ask the builder about the common areas that are included in the super built up area, because only the built up common area should be included in the common area and not the open areas. So built up common area should be included and open common areas should not be included. So you should make sure that the builder has not included open common areas in the calculation of super built up area, because you are only going to pay for that. I have discussed about these home buying tips in more detail in our other videos on carpet area and super built up area. So I would request you to watch those videos also. I hope that after watching this video, you now understand what is built up area and how it differs from covered area, plinth area, carpet area and super built up area. And I hope that next time when you go to buy a property, you can conduct your own due diligence in a much better way.
Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you want to suggest a topic for future videos, please leave your comments below. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do it now so that you don't miss out on our latest informative videos just like this. Subscribe. You really don't want to miss out on our latest real estate and investing hacks that we share every week. Thanks for watching. See you soon.